New English, school teacher, Kool-Aid, Far East. New filter, Cupid, who this? All me, kick it with my rhymes out of town, international. Get it, break it down, ship it out to the feminine. Body at the mouth, tell her again, get it back and tell her where you at, what's poppin', what's happening.
Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in to the latest installment of the nonsense that surrounds my life. So this is just a quick little video. I don't know how quick it's going to be because I feel like I've got a lot to say. You feel me? About my school and stuff that's been happening to me. Like I said, this channel is very much about the good things, the bad things, the not so great things, the truly ugly things that happen here, especially to foreigners and stuff, teaching English in China. Now don't get me wrong, I have been to China before. So the first time I went, beautiful experience. In fact, so much so that I wanted to come back again. If it was that bad, I would have stayed in my country. No? So, cut long story short, I got a job in April, 2017. I was told about the fact that we work, it's an English training school, which is like Saturday and Sunday work, and we do like classes like in the week. I was told it was afternoon to evening classes. And when sorry, let me just check the time so I don't because I need to leave for class soon. So when I was asking about the job and stuff, asked all about the hours, asked about where I'd be living, blah blah blah. Got shown pictures of the apartments. I got shown pictures of the schools. Now we have 2 schools in this city, ENC 1, ENC 2. Also, yeah, I'm naming the school because I can, and because they're rude and they've done me bad. Find me. So basically, we have 2 schools in this city. There's a newer one and an older one. When I was showing the pictures of the school, I'm getting all pictures of ENC 2, which is the new school. They're telling me that I'm going to be working with younger classes, which is what I asked for. No problems. So between April and August, which I came to China on the 14th of August, yeah? Today is the 8th of September, right? Been here almost a month. Between that time, I'm talking to the school, I'm talking to one guy in particular about everything, and he's saying, yeah, we're sorting this, sorting that, da, da, da. They're doing all this stuff, especially this guy, like, he is doing the most. Jason, like, God bless him, like, he's a brilliant person. So, I'm talking to the school, everything's getting sorted or whatever, and then it gets to August and I'm coming. I get here, Kushti. We have our first meeting at the school and stuff, and then they're like, oh, you're gonna have to take out your piercings and like do something about your hair, because before I had braids, before I had this, and it was like pink and stuff, and they're like, oh, maybe like do something with your hair, and you're gonna have to like take out your piercing or something, because the public schools, they don't really like that kind of thing. And I was like, Shema? What? Public school, you say? Now, rewind to when I was back in England. When I'm looking for jobs in Asia and stuff, I'm actively avoiding public schools because I don't enjoy it. It isn't the same kind of vibe that you get in the English training school and stuff. Like in the English training schools, the parents have paid for their children to come here, so the children understand that they have to learn. Whereas in the public schools, it's just, you're the random woman that came to the class today, they're going to run around. Some people, they like public school. I'm not bashing that, because in the UK, I want to go back and do teaching. So it's not like I don't enjoy public schools. But the public schools in China, there is bare children in the class. I'm skipping. So there's loads of children in the class and I don't enjoy that, right? So that's when I was around in England. So when I'm looking for jobs or whatever, I'm actively avoiding that. So then, fast forward to August now, when I get here, then they're telling me you have to work in public school. I'm thinking, hold on, geezer. Why was this not told to me? Because if I had known that you guys work in public schools, I would not be here. Do you understand? I wouldn't have bothered to bring myself all the way from England, yeah, to be unhappy. For what? For why? For why? Let me check the time. Okay. So, they're like, oh, you know, well, maybe you'll see how it goes. I think they thought like I was just like complaining and I'll be alright. Cool. I've gone to have my weekend classes. I'm not happy with the way these are going. I've gone to my the Friday classes and stuff. Again, not happy with the way those are going because the way they organise stuff in the school, like, it's all mad. I'll get back to that in a second. But most importantly, public schools, we have to go. It's part of our hours. So I'm like, right, okay, well, I won't stay then, innit? That's it. Bye-bye, Carol. I will find employment elsewhere. I will leave. Cool. So obviously, coming to China, when you come, you get an invitation letter from your school, and they, like, your work permit goes with the fact that you're at the school. So once you leave the school, you have to get a new work permit for another place, of course. And you get another invitation letter, blah, blah, blah. Cool. So now I'm trying to find out how am I going to do this. So I've told the people that need to be told. I've told Jason, which is the guy that helped me with the visa situation. I've told Jenny, who's the foreign teacher's helper. I've told, what's his face? Roy, who's the head teacher. And then I've gone and told, they were like, you have to speak to Monica, you have to speak to Monica, you have to speak to Monica. Monica is the boss of the whole school, right? She's travelling. Okay, we will wait. Me and Monica will talk. Because at the end of the day, yeah, there are so many little things I haven't even touched on about why I'm unhappy here. My apartment, the Wi-Fi, like the organisation of the schools, the lack of communication between the staff and the teachers, the lack of resources in the classroom. There's bare things going on that I'm not happy with, okay? Why must I stay? Is it by force? Did you born me here? No, it is not by force. I don't have to stay here. So then everyone's like, oh yes, speak to Monica, speak to Monica. But I think that maybe we won't be able to move on until we have a replacement for you. Now, mind you, you've got to get a replacement from outside of China. For them to come here, it's going to take time. I don't have it. If I need to leave now, then that means I need to leave now. Does that not make sense? Anyways. So today has come, today, I spoke with, I probably look so rough, I've cried. What do you want to call it? I spoke to Monica, the main boss. Now her face is already giving me like, you're complaining. Foreigner, why did you come here to complain? I haven't got time for you. Babes, I don't have time for you neither. Anyway, so I'm trying to, like, you know, hold my own, tell her what's what, give her all the information that needs to be given, and then we can move forward. She's like, I don't understand. You want to leave early? I was like, yes, I need to leave early because I'm not happy with blah. So I explained everything that I've already explained in great detail. She said, where in the contract does it say that you don't work in public schools? I said, it says in the contract you work for ENC, yeah? So my understanding of a contract, if you work for a company, you work for a company and associates. You have to let the person know before they reach there that they'll be doing company and associates, because that is a big part of why someone can and cannot come. Now, if I'm going to go for a job interview, yeah, and you tell me that I'm working in McDonald's, yeah? And I get to McDonald's and I tell you, oh, well, on Mondays you work in McDonald's, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays you're working in KFC. Is that the job that I came here for? So when I reach the McDonald's, they're telling me that I have to go to KFC. How? How is that possible? Like, I want to understand. Someone please help me understand. So I'm speaking to her, she's not quite grasping where I'm coming from, and she's talking over me. And there's one thing in this life, yeah, I cannot deal with, is people talking over me. It gets on my nerves. I'll be like, excuse me, like, I haven't finished speaking, you have to wait. She's just powering through, talking over me. I'm getting pissed off. Her face is butters. She's getting on my nerves or whatever. I'm just yapping away, you know. So then she's like, well, we can't let you leave until we find a replacement. Simple as. And you're gonna have to pay the fine and this. And in the contract, it actually doesn't even say that. And I'm thinking, I've read the contract and there's things in there that you're like, she goes back to the contract, like when it supports her point, she'll talk about the contract. But then when it doesn't support her, she'll be like, I'll put that down, let's talk. I'm like, hold on. So how we talk or we look at the contract, like what are we doing? And she's like, well, you have to pay the fine and maybe it'll take about 4 months to find someone. If someone needs to leave now, 4 months is too long to wait. If my contract is 12 months, yeah, 4 months. I've done a big old chunk of it. You understand? I might as well just stay. I might as well just stay. She's like, oh, well, pardon me, you can't really leave now because we have spent a lot of time and effort getting you here. No, you didn't. I bought my ticket myself. I did my visa myself. When there was problems with my visa too, I did that all myself. You didn't do anything. You gave me an invitation letter, and even invitation letter, you didn't even send me the post. You sent it via WeChat, email even. I have a digital copy on my phone. I don't have a physical letter. I don't have that. I'm getting vexed. So then she's all like, you know, well, I don't know what we can do because we're not going to find an agreement because you have come to work here for a year, you have a contract, you have to stay. I said, if I'm not happy, I don't have to stay. Now mind you, yeah, they have my passport. So they still have my passport because they're sending it over for the visa situation or whatever, yeah. So the way it feels now is like I can't go nowhere. It's by force I have to stay. And I feel like it would be so easy for them to just withhold the passport from me until they're ready for me to go. Now that's illegal, no? Surely that's illegal in somebody's country. So now I need to go and find a lawyer to go read through the contract with me so I can pick through where there's holes in what she's saying to me. Because I feel like she's trying to bully me. She's trying to bully me into staying, thinking that I was born yesterday and that I don't have Google. Really? You think that I'll come here? Oh, okay. She's taking me for a mug. She's actually taking me for a mug. Like, I actually feel like mug is just slapped across my forehead. In fact, it's been tattooed here, 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 even on across my chest. It must say mug for you to be treating me like this. It must do. So when I'm speaking to other people about visas and stuff, they're saying like you have to be really careful because sometimes they become very vindictive. They'll withhold your passport. Imagine she threatened me with cancelling my work permit and that I'll get deported. Me deported. So she wants to get me deported basically if I don't cooperate with her and stay. I don't want to stay, so you can't force me to stay. She's saying that like you should have read the contract properly. That's another thing. When I said that I had cool. When I had looked through the contracts and stuff, she's saying that like they can basically allow us to work through multiple schools and blah blah blah. I'm not happy with that. You can't have me deported just because you didn't tell me what happened. Now basically that's another thing. That's what I was gonna say. When I had my interview, yeah, it wasn't with the head teacher like I was supposed to. So he was supposed to give me all the information, right? I had it with another teacher. So she didn't give me the full information. So when I signed the contract, based on what I've asked her, that's what I'm signing on. Now the woman, Monica, the boss, was like, well, why did you sign it then? If you tell me this and then you give me a contract, I'm assuming all the information is correct. Then when I get here and it's different, is that not your fault? Is it mine? Because how am I supposed to know? So I said to her, Ra, if you have a book here and you're studying for a test, if the teacher only gives you half the book but expects you to do a test on the whole book here and you end up failing, is it your fault or the teacher's fault? It's clearly the teacher's fault. And she was like, well, it's more like when you get a book and you don't read the whole thing, you just have to go through the pages. It's a contract, not the blurb of a book, babe. I was vexed. I was so vexed. Oh my days. I didn't even... Yeah, so basically, I need to get a lawyer because she's a witch and she wants me to stay in the country by force and trying to withhold my passport from me. It won't work. Am I an idiot? Was I born yesterday? She must not know my name. Like, she must... My God is good. You don't know. You don't know. Monica, you want to come and put fire on my head? I sat in this bedroom. I cried. I was stressed. I'm not the kind of person that gets upset and wants to start flipping tables and what have you, yeah? I'll just cry. Then after, when I've seen sense, whatever, I'll come. It's okay. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Can I get a... Amen. Yes, thank you, congregation. Thank you. So basically, that's the drama of my life. I need to leave and go to work now because I still work there, I guess. I need to speak to my mum. Anyways, please be careful when people are coming to China. Make sure you speak to like 4 different members of staff before you sign anyone's contract. Make sure, yeah, that you do not fall in the same mistakes that I have fallen in. Yeah. Also, if you come to Ho Hot, avoid ENC. I said it. I meant it. Avoid them. They're unprofessional. This will happen to you. I don't want that to happen to you. Anyways, let me check this camera. Because earlier I tried to play games with me and start just cutting off whatever. Did I even get 20 minutes of a video? I'm watching you. You stay there. Yeah, so what's some parting advice? Be careful, read more. Me, I read my contract, so what I was given is what I'm basing everything on. I'm going to find a lawyer. These people think I'm joking with them. I'll call embassy, yeah? You will see British bureaucratic somethings will fall on your head. You haven't seen. You have not seen. You people think you can play me, yeah? Because I'm Mumu, Abi? It won't work like that. It surely won't. Anyways, have a nice day, everybody. Saitian and all that good stuff. Don't worry, we're gonna be very positive soon. I'll be showing you some things when I move out of this godforsaken city. Yeah, we go see life. Yeah, go see something. Anyways, bye.
People laugh and it gets you so tight. Oh my god, like.
New English, school teacher, Kool-Aid, Far East. New filter, Cupid, who this? All me. Kick it with my rhymes out of town, international. Get it, break it down, ship it out to the family. I'm tidy at the mouth, tell again, get it back.